Hello friends, in this session we will discuss the political concept of Marxism. Friends, Marxism, for some people Marxism is like an ideology, for some it's like religion, for some it's like an economical concept, for some it's like a social concept. But as a political science student, as a political science scholar, you should understand that Marxism is a manifestation of the writings of a revolutionary, or we can say a philosopher and a very fine economist whose name was Karl Marx. Lifespan was from 1818 to 1883, and we can say it is very hard for us to find who have such an influence as Marx have. All over the world, all over the countries, people around the globe have followed Marx. Whatever the geographical location of that country, whatever the political situation it may have, whatever the social fabric it may be having. But the ideas of Karl Marx have played a very important role, especially in the 19th, in the early 20th century. We can say from 19 to 1950. Countries like India, countries like China, countries like Russia, countries like Western European countries, it may be possible that they do not follow the Marxism, but they praise it and they made it available to their students so that they can understand an alternative way of looking at the society. They can have an alternative way to look at the economics. Marx's early writings are dominated by an understanding of alienation. He says that because some people have been alienated from the society, they were doing their best, they were making the most contribution for the economic activities, but because they were not having the control on the means of the production, they were only the laborers, and the one person was having more weightage than the rest of the society, like what is depicted in this figure. The persons on the right side, they are laborers, they are workers who are giving their sweat and blood to make flourish an industry. But the person on the left hand, who is the owner of that company, he is making profit. And from what he is making profit? By making a cut from their contribution. This is how the richer are becoming more rich. And this is the definition of Marx. Okay, Marx's idea of profit, we can say Marx's idea of industrial economics, or Marx's idea against capitalism. He subsequently developed an influential theory of history, what we called historical materialism. It is very important for you to understand, and it has been asked in many questions. Often called historical materialism, centered around the idea that forms of society rise and fall as they further. It means the output of some society is the input for some other society, or we can say as the society is developed, the output of one time frame is the input for another, and that is how the society is developed, and that is how the we can say the phase wise development of societies takes place. He also said that time will come when this whole capitalist idea of economics will we can say will vanish, and the rule of workers, in which there will be an equal distribution of resources, all will be having the control on means of production, will be established. Friends, a question may arise in your mind that if Marxism was so good, if Marxism was so much helpful for the people around the world, for the people who were suppressed, for like laborers and workers, then why did Marxism get scattered from its way? Friends, the answer is Marxism require a very high level of integrity. Marxism require a very high level of purity in the leaders. If somehow the leaders, if somehow the people who acquire that value in the society, if somehow they we can say lose their track, then this whole society will again lost its, we can say, the roots of the society will diminish, the roots of Marxism will diminish. One person The ideas of one person, the greed of one person, we can say, can diminish whole idea of Marxism. It requires a very high level of purity, because it is not easy to distribute resources among all, because we know that because of our intellectuality, or because of, we can say, the natural mind we have, the natural way of thinking we humans have, we are very tough to come to a consensus. There are peoples who have differences opinions, and that is also a beauty of reasoning, beauty of negotiations, beauty of conversations. But it is very, we can say, harmful for the idea of Marxism. In Marxism, people have to adjust, they have to adjust what is giving to them in equal distribution. Okay, that is the main reason why Marxism was not able to gain that path. Okay, now, how to understand the economic idea of Marx? His most important writing was Das Kapital, obviously the one of the finest writings of economics. And we can say the orthodox reading is that Marx's essential task is to contribute to economic theory based on a modified form of the labor theory of value. This was, we can say, the mathematical explanation of Das Kapital. That whatever the way we are looking at labor economics, that has to be changed, and they should be looked at the, we can say, the stakeholders of the economy. But there are also other interpretations. That Das Kapital has a very other different interpretations, and the most important one is the sociological interpretation, because this changed idea of economics, that equal distribution of resources, equal distribution of means of production, or the control of mean of production, it also changes the society, it also changes the thinking of the people. They cannot look at each other that you are higher in the strata, I am lower, or I am higher, or you are lower. That needs also to be changed. Okay, only the equal distribution of money cannot make a change, but that equality, that concept of equity within the minds of the people of the society is also important according to Marx. Friends, Marxism in India, we know that people like Amin Roy, people like Jayaprakash Narayanan, and many other leaders of the independent India, or the people, or the leaders in the post-independent India, pre-independent India, they they were influenced by the theories of Karl Marx. The Marxian doctrine of state, according to which the state is an instrument of exploitation. This is very important for you to understand. This is how Karl Marx described the state. He said that state is nothing. Some people are actually making a virtual control over others. The state is just an instrument which is used by the capitalists to make a virtual control, a safety valve, we can say, so that they, behind this democratic concept, or behind this concept of kingship, the capitalist can make their profits. But Indian interpretation of Karl Marx is different. One of the finest communists of India, like Mr. Amin Roy, he rejected this idea. He said there's no Marxian interpretation of state is not good for India. What Roy said, the state is the political organization of society, and its withering away under communism is a utopia which has been exploded by experience. Whatever Marx is saying, that one day there will be the rule of workers and laborers, this idea has been exploded. This has not worked for the society, and people are moving away from this. Indian idea of kingship is the political organization of society, and within society, of course, there are factors, there are members who, upon their free will, this is very important for you to understand, who upon their free will choose someone from amongst them to make the policies for themselves. And this is why democracy has been defined as a rule by the people, for the people, from the people. Okay, so this is how we can say that Marxism in India has not flourished so much as it in the Western countries or in the other countries of the world. But yes, it has an influence, and we as the scholars of the political scientists, No political science student can say that he is not influenced by the ideas of Karl Marx. No one can say that. Definitely, every scholar of political science has a mental state when he or she finds out that Marxism is good. But because it requires such a high level of integrity, it requires such high purity that it is not easy for someone to remain a true Marxist. Okay. So friends, this is all for the day. Now we can understand some important question. Marxism in its true sense require a high level of morality and ethnicity in order to keep it abstained from the evils it stood against. Because if a Marxist turn from its way, he will turn into a capitalist, okay, and that will ruin everything. This is why Marxism, either it is full Marxism or it is no Marxism. There is no, we can say, a middle way in that. Second question. In India, Marxist thought were overlapped by the freedom struggle and other labor movements in early 20th century. When the Marxism was flourishing all over the world, India itself having some labor movement, itself having some movements who were changing Indian society during the freedom struggle, during the Gandhi era, the Nehru era, then other. So we can say that Marxism does not flourish in India at such a high degree, but yes, it provides an alternative thinking to the leaders who were fighting for the country, for the freedom of the country. Okay, friends, that's all for the session. Thank you very much.